Welcome to Legion Builds, where I guide you on how to bring fictional characters into Dungeons & Dragons. This video and all my content is made possible by my Patreon supporters, and it's dedicated to every one of you who subscribes to my channel. All of you are the reason I do this. Thank you. Today we're building not one character, but a whole archetype of them. From Assassin's Creed, one of my all-time favorite video games, it's the Brotherhood of Assassins. For hundreds of years, this secret society known as the Brotherhood has stood guard against ancient secrets to safeguard humanity from those willing to rob them of their free will. To do this, members of the Brotherhood use stealth and subterfuge to stop those who would commit the ultimate evil. Though this preference for stealth doesn't hinder them in a fight, as the assassins utilize fast agility to throw their foes off and master all forms of weapon combat. Certain members of the Brotherhood are also blessed with unique skills that allow them to not only track their targets easier, but detect subtle things such as poisons, as well as sense enemies through walls. For this build, we'll be building a template for you to customize to match your preferred character from the series. For today's build, we'll be using the Player's Handbook and Xanathar's Guide to Everything. We're using standard point array to make things simple, and we are multi-classing, so watch those minimums, though they actually use the same stat. We're going to start things off with Wisdom at 15. You need great understanding to know what the Oath of the Assassins mean. Nothing is real, everything is permitted. Seriously, if you don't understand that, you're just a thug with a blade. Dex will fly in with 14, Stealth and Movement, the Assassin's greatest tools. Intelligence comes in with a 13, an Assassin must be able to think on their feet and discern what is in front of them. Con drops in with a 12. Yeah, not really great for a fighter, but I need to give you something here. Strength will be low with a 10, and we're dumping Charisma. Both are too low for you, but we have to make do. Standard point array isn't that great. Members of the Brotherhood are human, though they have special abilities. Fair and Human grants you a free feat and skill with your stat improvement. Place +1 into Dex and Wisdom. For your feat, Athlete from the Player's Handbook adds +1 to Dex and gives you parkour skills. Climbing doesn't cost extra movement. You can stand up from being prone with only 5 feet of your movement, and you can make a running long jump or high jump with only 5 feet of movement. Let's talk about climbing real quick. When you climb something, it halves your speed and you must make skill checks, either acrobatics or athletics generally. This feat eliminates losing speed but not the checks, unless you have a climbing speed. So until we can get you a climbing speed, we'll just improve your checks. For your free skill, grab Perception. To finish out your lineage, you can speak Common and one other language of your choice. For background, grab Insight and Investigation. You also have 2 more proficiencies. Let's grab some things you'll need to be an assassin. Grab Poisoner's Kit and Tinkerer's Tools to help maintain your gear. Unless you get a hidden blade, you're going to need to make it. Also, if you want to customize this build to be Edward, take some sailing skill proficiencies here. Now, if you have a Da Vinci character in your group, which would be an artificer, don't worry about Tinkerer's Tools and allow them to make stuff for you. By the way, you can make your character any lineage you want. This is just a template. Just adjust a Level 1 Rogues start off with 4 skills. Grab Acrobatics, Athletics, Stealth, and Sleight of Hand. You are proficient in simple melee weapons, light armor, hand crossbows, long swords, rapiers, short swords, thieves' tools, and the saving throws Dex and Intelligence. Expertise lets you choose 2 skills you are proficient with and double the proficiency bonus to them. Place this into Athletics and Acrobatics to help with climbing. Sneak Attack adds bonus damage to an attack once per turn. You can only do this while wielding a finesse or ranged weapon, and you have advantage on the attack or your target is within 5 feet of another enemy other than you. This starts off as 1d6 but will increase over time. Thieves' Cant is a coded language of gestures, symbols, and phrases. Level 1 Rangers bring more proficiencies when you multi-class into them. You are now proficient in all weapons, shields, medium armor, and a new skill. Take Animal Handling because you need to calm an animal that could get in your way. In all honesty, just choose any from the Ranger skill list if you don't like this. Deft Explorer grants you multiple features as you level up in Ranger, starting with Canny. This gives you 1 more expertise in a skill you have. Place this into Stealth. Favored Foe lets you deal more damage to an enemy you choose as your favored foe. Choosing an enemy you hit with an attack, you can now mark them for 1 minute and deal an extra 1d4 damage while they are marked. You must maintain this for 1 minute, similar to a spell, and you can do this a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus between long rests. Level 2 Rogues gain Cunning actions. Dash, Disengage, and Hide are bonus actions to you. Level 2 Rangers receive a fighting style. Blind fighting gives you blind sight out to 10 feet, allowing you to see everything, including invisible creatures within that range. They can still hide from you though. We'll get something better later on. Spellcasting makes you a half caster. You start off with 2 first level spells. For your spells, Jump triples your jump distance for 1 minute. Hunter's Mark lets you mark a creature within 90 feet with a bonus action, and for the next hour while you maintain the spell, you will deal an extra 1d6 damage to them, and you will have advantage on perception and survival checks to find them. Level 3 Rogues now have their subclass. Scout from Xanathars complements Ranger multiclass pretty well. Skirmisher lets you move half your speed as a reaction when an enemy ends its turn within 5 feet of you, and this doesn't provoke an attack of opportunity. Survivalist gives you the skills Survival and Nature and then grants you expertise in them. Not full Eagle Vision yet, but we're getting there. Finally, your sneak attack is now upgraded to 2d6 extra damage. You've reached character level 5, amp up your proficiency bonus to +3. Level 3 Rangers get their subclass. Hunter from the Player's Handbook makes you a better killer. Hunter's Prey gives you Colossus Slayer. Now when you are fighting a creature that is below its max HP, your attacks deal an extra 1d8 damage once per turn. Primeval Awareness allows you to burn a ranger spell slot to sense if there are certain creatures within 1 mile of you. These creatures can be aberrations, celestial, dragons, elementals, fey, fiends, or undead. It's pretty Eagle Vision-esque, but it's not really what's in the game, but it actually works for the build, so cool. For your new spell, Detect Magic allows you to expand your senses to see auroras around objects or areas that are under the effect of magic for 10 minutes while you maintain the spell. You can use your action to see what school of magic the effect is from, but you have no clue what it is. Level 4 Rangers earn our first ability score improvement. Place this into Dex for better stealth, AC, attack, and damage. Level 5 Rangers receive extra attack. You can now attack twice with a single attack action. You also gain second level spells. For your new spell, Pass Without Trace adds +10 to your stealth and the stealth of anyone within 30 feet of you that you choose for 1 hour while you maintain the spell. Level 6 Rangers gain a new feature from Deft Explorer. Roving increases your speed by 5 feet and gives you a climbing and swimming speed equal to your walking speed. You can now scale buildings with ease, no longer requiring checks. Your favorite foe damage is now increased to 1d6. Your character level 9 now. Bump up your proficiency bonus again, now to +4. Level 4 Rogues earn another ability score improvement, Cap Off Dex. Level 5 Rogues now have Uncanny Dodge. You can now use your reaction to halve the damage you take when you can see what is causing the damage. Your sneak attack is now upgraded to 3d6 extra damage. Level 6 Rogues gain their final expertise. Place this into Perception and Sleight of Hand. Level 7 Rogues receive Evasion. Your dex saves are now improved. You take no damage on a successful save and half damage on a failure. Your sneak attack goes up again with 4d6 extra damage. Your character level 13, your proficiency bonus is now +5. Level 8 Rogues earn another ability score improvement. Bump up your wisdom for better senses. Level 9 Scout Rogues have superior mobility. Your walking speed has increased by 10 feet, and this applies to your climbing and swimming speed. This now means your total speed is 45 feet in all movement. To end this level out, your sneak attack is now 5d6 extra damage. Level 10 Rogues earn another ability score improvement, Cap Off Wisdom. Level 11 Rogues gain Reliable Talent. Now all skills you're proficient with can never be lower than 10 on the roll. Your sneak attack is also raised again to 6d6 extra damage. You've hit character level 17. Your proficiency bonus is now +6. Level 12 Rogues earn our final ability score improvement, Let's Grab a Feat. Skulker from the Player's Handbook will make hiding easier for you. You can now hide even when lightly obscured, like when you enter a crowd. Dim light doesn't impose advantage on perception checks that require sight. And finally, when you miss with a ranged attack while you are hiding, you do not reveal yourself. Level 13, Scout Rogues are ambush masters. You now have advantage on initiative rolls. Also, when you hit a creature on your first turn, now all attacks against them are at advantage until the start of your next turn. Your sneak attack is now maxed out at 7d6 extra damage. Our final level is level 14 Rogue, and you finally gain True Eagle Vision, or the D&D equivalent. Blind Sense makes you aware of any creature within 10 feet of you, even if they are hidden or invisible, as long as you can hear. Yeah, not the range you can do in the games, but I'm limited to what I got. Now that we've hit level 20, let's recap. Your stats are Strength 10, Dex 20, Con 12, Intelligence 13, Wisdom 20, Charisma 8. Your total levels are Ranger 6, Rogue 14. Let's dive in. There is nowhere you can get. Your total movement is 45 feet, 90 feet with a dash, and you can scale any building with no penalty at full speed. And you have a 10 to 30 foot long jump distance. Your awareness and stealth are amazing. Stealth can never be lower than 27 on a roll, and you can automatically bring that up to 37. And that's the lowest it can be. You can hide with a bonus action, can hide even when lightly obscured, and missing doesn't reveal you. Perception and survival can never be lower than 27 on the roll. These can be at advantage. You can sense magical areas and special creatures. You have blind sight, and you can even sense anyone hidden from your sight within 10 feet. Finally, you're just deadly. Wielding a dagger as a hidden blade, you're attacking at plus 11, and the grand total of this is 8d6 plus 1d8 plus 5 damage before the actual weapon. Downside. Firstly and foremost, no magical damage, so you'll need a magical weapon, which you will get. Your health is trash for a straight up fighter, only being just over 120 HP taking the average. So you have two choices: get better health or don't get stuck in a fight. You also have a trash charisma score, but that's easy to fix. Only thing this can't do is the leap of faith, which I could give you if I took 4 levels in Monk, but I decided not to ensure Eagle Vision in combat. With this build, you can pretty much build every single assassin from the video games, but going Monk would limit a few options. Plus, for an effective leap of faith, I would have to put a lot into Monk, and I didn't want to do that. I find Eagle Vision more important than falling from great heights, especially when you can still die from falling in the game. Also, let's face it, as the games went on, the leap of faith got way more ridiculous. Strike from the shadows to protect the light, and let nothing stop you from being a hero. Thank you for joining me today. Make sure to like and subscribe to not miss a single new build each week on YouTube and Spotify. Make sure to check out my Patreon where you can help decide next week's new character.